Hey everyone, Zach here. Today I want to talk to you about this card and one other card. Why do I want to talk about these two cards? Because if you're not familiar with Ashley and I's story, we've been traveling around the world for about 10 months or so, and we don't really have signs of stopping. So we're what you would consider a quote-unquote digital nomad. Now, I don't necessarily know if I like that term, but whatever. We've been traveling around, we've been working, and we've been learning a lot of stuff along the way. But there's been a few things that we have learned. Having the right credit cards has been extremely important to us, maximizing all the stuff that we're doing, okay? So we have our business card and we've also got a personal card. Now I'm bringing this up to you because I know a lot of you want to travel around, you want to be digital nomads, and you know what, you're not that far away. I can almost guarantee that you're not as far as you probably think. It just takes a shift in mindset and having a business that can fund you while you're gone. So Ashley and I have the opportunity to just go ahead and travel if we wanted to. We've been very blessed in that way where we wouldn't necessarily have to work for a while, but we've chosen to run our business while we're gone so that we don't dip into savings or anything like that while we're actually gone. So we have our business card, which I just showed you, which is the Chase Business Preferred Inc. card. So you can go ahead and look at that right there. We've also got this one right here, which is the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. Okay, now both of these cards are really, really, really helpful. This one is for personal use, and the one right there is for business use. Now, why do we actually have these? Well, first of all, I want you to know this. I don't necessarily believe in consumer credit whatsoever. So we pay these off every week. So every week we put money on there and then we pay them off. But one thing that I wish I would have done since I was a lot younger, which I didn't start doing until about a year or two ago, is use credit cards to rack up points. These are huge benefits that as long as you're good with your budget, they're basically just waiting for you on the table. Now, if you left a balance on the card, obviously that's bad, really, really bad for consumer wealth or personal wealth if you have consumer debt. But if you're paying this off every week or every month, then you're good to go. So we use the Chase Business Inc. Preferred card, which is again this one right here, for our business. A couple of the different benefits on this is every time we spend $1 in advertising, we get 2 to 3 times that in points. So that's really, really, really good because like I said, if you're a digital nomad, there's a possibility, or if you're selling courses, there's a possibility you're spending a lot of money in advertising. Now when I got that card, I think it was 2 times points, but now it's 3 times. If you spend $1,000, you're getting 3,000 points just for spending that $1,000. You're going to spend it anyway. You're just using it on that card. But if you own a business, if you have an LLC or an S Corp or whatever you have, get that card, and especially if you spend money on advertising, you get some really, really good rewards back that you can use on travel, like plane tickets, hotels, things like that, right? The next one is the Sapphire card, the Business Sapphire card. Now, we use this a lot, almost every single day, because when you're overseas, you want to be using a credit card if you can, rather than cash. Definitely rather than a debit card, because credit companies are going to protect you, whereas a debit card account probably won't. So try to use your credit card as much as you can when you're overseas. In fact, I would argue using it as much as you can, period. Just pay it off each week or each month. Now, when you go out to eat, buy drinks, anything like that with the Sapphire Preferred card, it's double your points. So you spend $1, you get 2 points. Now that can rack up really, 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 really fast. And it's the same deal with travel. So if you're buying a plane ticket to Asia and back, that's obviously a lot of money on that card, right? So all of our travel expenses, all of our Ubers, all of our plane tickets, all of our hotels, all of our Airbnbs, all of those things go on that Sapphire card as long as the personal use, and we get double points for all of those. And then we can redeem those points for more travel, which is super, super cool. At this point, we've used these points to buy plane tickets, buy hotel rooms, all these different things that have helped us travel the world with less expense on us, doing nothing other than literally putting our expenses through a credit card, paying it off each week rather than just running it through a debit card account. Another huge perk for this particular card that I actually didn't even know about when we got it, but it's been massive, is no foreign transaction fees. So if you're not familiar, when you take $1 and you bring it to another country, the currency rate is different, right? The dollar might be worth more or less. When you convert the dollar to another currency, the bank will take a fee. They'll take a small percentage for doing the switch for you. So for instance, if you've ever PayPal'd someone in another country, you'll notice that you're actually paying a little bit more because you're paying PayPal a little bit to make that switch, make that trade. On this card, there's no foreign transaction fee. So when I go to a restaurant, I'm paying whatever the dollar amount is, and that's it, right? So if I come here, we're in Mexico City, and the food is 200 pesos, that's about $10 here, or $10. If I spend 200 pesos, it's literally just $10, right? It's not $10 plus 50 cents foreign transaction fee. It doesn't sound like a lot one time, but if you're going out 4 times a day to different places, that can add up to quite a bit. So with this card, there is none of that, which is super, super nice. There's a few other benefits about this card that make it really, really nice for a digital nomad when you have personal expenses. There is different provisions for lost baggage, right? They'll actually pay you if someone loses your baggage over a certain number of hours. They'll give you an expense amount that you can go out and buy new clothes with, right? If you get a trip canceled due to sickness or something like that, or due to things that are way outside your control, they'll actually reimburse some of those travel expenses if they fall within certain criteria. There's a layer of purchase protection. So I read about a guy who bought a big screen TV, and within the period of time that it was covered, it literally broke, and he got the TV and the repairs completely replaced for him. I read of another guy who got an iPad, and for the first 120 days, it was covered because he used that card. There's other benefits, too, that I haven't even gone into. The point is, if you're thinking about being a digital nomad, one of the biggest and best decisions that we made was getting different types of cards, one for the business, one for personal use, and actually probably be looking at other ones now, maybe like the Amex Platinum card and things like that let you into different airport lounges. But this is one of the best decisions that we made, and I wish I would have made it a lot sooner, so I would have racked up points over all these years versus just spending money on a debit card, because we spent a lot of money over the past 10 years, just as you have, no matter what you're doing with your life, right? But you can put this money through a credit card, pay it off each week, don't have any of the interest rate problems, don't have any of the consumer debt, but do get all of the benefits. So hit the like, comment, and subscribe button right now. Leave a comment down below, let us know what you think. Now, if you're new to the channel, what we typically talk about is using sales funnels or online marketing principles to build a network marketing business. I grew up in the online marketing space, if you will, did some freelancing work, ended up owning an agency, and actually sold a lot of courses as well. We ended up taking that knowledge and then bringing it into the network marketing space, because in those other avenues, we didn't have residual income, which is what we wanted. But we didn't like in network marketing that you had to do a bunch of weird stuff like poach your friends and family and things, but we really liked the aspect of residual income. So we combined the two. We combined online marketing and network marketing. We put them together, and now we can travel the world while we build our network marketing business, and that's typically what we talk about. Our roadmap, or blueprint, if you will, at MLMRebelsBlueprint.com will teach you exactly how we do that. Sound good? All right, well, I hope you have an amazing day. Like I said, hit like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you all very soon.